Creative living beyond fear. Creativity is a crushing chore and a glorious mystery. The work wants to be made, and it wants to be made through you. Do you have the courage to bring forth the treasures that are hidden within you? Fear is always triggered by creativity because it asks you to enter into realms of uncertain outcome, and fear hates uncertain outcome. It seems to me that the less I fight my fear, the less it fights back. If I can relax, fear relaxes too. Be brave. Without bravery, you will never know the world as richly as it longs to be known. Without bravery, your life remains small. Far smaller than you probably wanted your life to be. Because creative living is a path for brave, we all know this. And we all know that when courage dies, creativity dies with it. We all know that fear is a desolate boneyard where your dreams go to desiccated in the hot sun. Possessing a creative mind is like having a border collie for a pet. If you do not give it a job to do, it will find a job to do, and you might not like the job it invents. The universe buries strange jewels deep within us all, and then stands back to see if we can find them. Is a concept that encourages individuals to live more authentically and fully by embracing creativity while overcoming the fears and self-doubts that often inhibit it. The term is closely associated with Elizabeth Gilbert's book, Bigmagic, Creative Living Beyond Fear, but it resonates more broadly as a philosophy for living a courageous and expressive life. Key elements of creative living beyond fear. 1. Embracing curiosity over fear. Instead of allowing fear to dictate decisions, creative living encourages following curiosity. Fear of failure, judgment, or imperfection can stifle creativity, but curiosity drives exploration and new experiences. Creativity thrives when you ask, "What if?" and allow yourself to investigate the answers. 2. Permission to create. Often people hold themselves back because they feel they need permission or validation to be creative. Creative living challenges this by encouraging self-authorization, giving yourself the freedom to pursue artistic or imaginative endeavors simply because it brings joy and fulfillment, regardless of external approval. 3. Accepting imperfection. Creativity often involves risk and failure. By accepting that not everything you create will be perfect or successful, you free yourself from the paralysis that comes from perfectionism. The act of creation is what matters, not necessarily the end result. 4. Persistence and practice. Living creatively isn't about waiting for inspiration to strike. It requires persistence, discipline, and the willingness to practice even when it's difficult. Creative individuals push through discomfort and continue creating even when it feels challenging or unrewarding in the moment. 5. Collaboration with fear. Instead of trying to completely eliminate fear, the philosophy acknowledges that fear will always be present when you're venturing into the unknown. The goal is not to eradicate fear, but to recognize it and keep going anyway. Gilbert describes fear as being part of the journey, but not in control. 6. Trusting the process. Creative living requires faith in the process itself, understanding that creativity is not linear, and that breakthroughs often come after periods of frustration or stagnation. Trusting that inspiration and growth will come with persistence helps to overcome the fear of getting stuck or failing. 7. Connection to joy. A core tenet of creative living is the idea that creation, in whatever form, should bring joy. Creativity isn't just for professional artists. It's for anyone who feels the call to express themselves in ways that make life more vibrant. Whether through art, writing, gardening, cooking, or another pursuit, creative living taps into the joy of expression, overcoming the fear that inhibits creativity. Fear of rejection. Many people fear that their creative work won't be appreciated. But creative living emphasizes that external validation is secondary to the intrinsic value of creation. Fear of failure. The belief that creative efforts must result in success can prevent people from starting. Recognizing that failure is part of the process allows individuals to take more risks. Fear of the unknown. Creativity often means stepping into uncharted territory. Embracing uncertainty as an essential part of creativity encourages exploration rather than avoidance. How to cultivate creative living, mindfulness, and self-awareness. Being aware of your fears and how they manifest in your creative process can help in addressing them. Routine and habit. Setting aside time to create regularly, whether it's writing, painting, or any form of self-expression, builds the discipline needed to persist beyond fear. Community and support. Sharing your creative journey with others who understand the challenges and joys of creative living can offer encouragement and lessen isolation. In essence, creative living beyond fear is about embracing creativity as a way of life, freeing yourself from the limiting beliefs that hold you back, and allowing yourself to live in alignment with your passions and curiosities.